Hello, everybody. We have been talking about our lesson and we forgot to include you, so we're going to do a quick review. So this is what we have been working on. Yesterday, you finished your poster. Today, we finished our posters, and we have been talking about the fractions we have on our posters. So the first question I had, the first thing we did is we observed how in a column for the fourths, we had 1/4, then another fourth was added, and another fourth was added. We added our fractions. We noticed then that if there's a fourth here, it's still a fourth, but it's been the box has been divided in half, so we now have 8 pieces instead of 4. We looked at this, and this has been divided again, so now we have 16 whole pieces, but this is the same amount of green as this and this. And now what we were doing is some adding on our boards. So I presented the question of what would 1/4 plus 1/2 be. The students explained that 1/2 is the same as 2/4, so now our denominators are the same and we can just add it right up. Then we did 1/4 plus 2/8. Again, we're looking at these two being equivalent fractions. One of our students said, when we put this part and this part together, it's this one. Another student said, when we put this part and this part together, it's this one. And then for fun, I said another student said this one. Then we talked about why can it be any of these here? And we talked about how they were all equivalent fractions. Some of you have been playing around on a Prodigy and on Khan about changing denominators through multiplying, which is what you can do if you use a whole number that results from a numerator and a denominator being the same number. For example, this is 1/2. If we have 2 halves, it will be 2 fraction bar 2, showing us that we have the whole unit. That's what we need. Anyway, getting back to this, we're using it to add, but we haven't used it to subtract. So we're going to try subtracting. So we're going to start with 6/8. What is 6/8 minus 1/4? Who wants to come over and explain it? And then you can point on my poster. Okay, who wants to come over and explain it? I have 4 hands in the air. Oh my. Let's see. Jacob, come on over.
4/8.
So we did 6/8, right? Minus 1/4. And you're saying it this? How come?
Yeah, because if you can see, it has fourths in it, and one of the fourths takes up two of the little hole things.
Okay.
Oh, basically.
Okay, so Phoenix is going to continue with his explanation because Jacob figured it out. So Phoenix, what can we say about it?
So it's 4/8 because 2/8 equals 1/4. Wait, 1/4 equals 2/8, and then 6/8 minus 2/8 equals 4/8.
Okay, so he changed this one into this, and then he knew he could take this away. So as Jacob was saying, you take these 2 away, it leaves you with this. Okay, then we got some people, this must be hard. They put their heads down. Heads up, people. Here we go again. We're going to do another subtraction. What is 3/4?
Plus 3/4.
No.
Minus
3/4 minus 8/16.
That's easy.
3/4 minus 8/16.
Are you kidding me?
Can you do it? How can we do it? Oh my goodness, we got 3 hands in the air, 4 or 5 hands in the air. Brooklyn, you're kind of far away. You have to come closer to talk unless you want David to talk. Okay, she says David's got to talk. David?
1/4 because if you start off with the 3/4, there's 3 boxes filled in, and if you're minusing 8/16, that's basically 1/2. So then it would be 3/4 minus 1/2, and now it'll leave you with 1/4.
Okay,
There's too much room.
so a lot of people are understanding how you move these around. Yes, Luke?
It's 2/8 or 4/16.
Oh, it could be 2/8 or 4/16.
4/1/4.
So, again, making certain that your denominators are the same. And if your denominators aren't the same, you start looking for something so that both of them are similar. Okay, so I'm going to try something else. Let's see if we can do this first before we do some changing around. Shh. So you may see something like this written down. 1 and 1/2 minus 1/4. Could you use this to figure it out? Okay, so here's our subtraction problem. How could we do this? Millie's turn.
It's like 1 and 1/4 because 1/4 is half of 1/2.
Okay, she says it's 1 and 1/4 because she's looking at this and she jumped over to this and took one of them away. So you're just like doing it in your head now because you've seen the pictures enough. Okay. I want everyone now to open their workbooks. This would be the Bridges one. You will fold it in half. Good question. You can keep your poster in your book because it's a tool. You can put it inside of in here, or you can put it in a folder, and you're going to page 101. 101.
100. See you at the math recess.
Page 101. Tomorrow we will be spending a lot of time on a game. Okay, when we look at this page, we need to compare some things. If you notice the numbers, some of that is going to be on here. But I just saw this one where it says 7/16. Is 7/16 on here? What should I do? I guess nobody else knows either. If this is 7/16 and I need to look at 1/4, how can I use this chart to help me figure out if 7/16 is bigger than 1/4? Or if 1/4 is bigger than 7/16? Millie.
You can just like put your finger over one and then
Okay, Millie says that because there's 8 of them here, if I cover up one, is more colored here than over here. What you think? Okay. So we know that, so I gave you an answer. Again, here's another 7/16. So you can use this chart to figure this out. Then you're going to do some adding. You're going to do some subtracting, and look at this. Aren't you lucky? They gave you all the same denominators.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Aren't you lucky? Then, if I don't know if you're going to get this far or not, we're going to work on number 4. Those of you who finished early are going to work on 5 and 6 on page 102. So those of you at home, you're going to work on pages 101, 102. Be adventurous. Try numbers 5 and 6. It would be, and then people at home, you're also going to work on page 103. You don't need to listen to us read it. You know how to read it, and you're going to work on that as well. When I told you we're going to be learning a game, we're going to start here first learning the game tomorrow, and then we're going to go into the game. Tomorrow the game will be attached. So you are working on pages 101 and 102.